I'm Professor Rob Mars. I work in the School of Environmental Sciences within the Ecology group. My research spans theory and practice, and what I try to do is work in the outdoors. I look at different vegetation types and try to see how you can manipulate them towards what people want, either for conservation or in some cases we're restoring damaged habitats. The strengths of our department, teaching ecology and marine biology, are that all the staff are active researchers but also very keen teachers, and we bring the research that we do into our teaching, and our students end up working with stakeholders in the widest sense of the word when we're delivering these solutions. We also have a lot of field teaching. We have at least one residential field course in each year, but we also run field days out to various parts of the area, and we also have a foreign trip which is embedded into our teaching philosophy. So the students do get a wide range of environmental experiences when they're with us, but specifically they get hands-on field teaching. I love the job at the University of Liverpool, partly because it allows me essentially to do what I want. I am wholly free to research in whatever area I wish, and by doing this I have carried out research work in all ecosystem types, from the sub-tundra through to tropical rainforest. So I have travelled a lot, I have seen a lot, and I have, if you like, pandered to my passion, which is finding things out and making things work.
Starting from school, I had a great interest in biological sciences, so I wanted to do something along that line. But also, I was interested in the ecology side and the environment and conservation. This is a great course that combines both of those together. University of Liverpool has a great reputation for research-led courses, and you know that when you come here, the work you'll be doing and the research you'll be doing will be really up to date with what's happening. The university has got a research vessel that goes on the estuary and then goes on the sea. And it means you can travel to all the beaches up and down the coast.
Today I'm in sunny Wales doing some research for my project. We're at Llandudno.
When I first came to Liverpool, I fell in love with the city straight away. The people here, the culture, the nightlife. I think it's a great place to build the foundations for your future career, because they give you a lot of information, a lot of help, and you start to build contacts as you're here, and they really teach you the skills and the abilities you need necessary to carry on into your future career.
My name is Dan Faulkner, and I'm a reader in the university and in geology, and I study earthquakes. My research is based in the field, so I look at fault zones where earthquakes happened in the past, and also in the lab as well. So we try to recreate our own small earthquakes in the lab and study the properties of those. Our department's got a lot of strengths. It's very well-rounded in terms of teaching in geology and geophysics. It covers all the bases, and everyone there is really enthusiastic and an expert in what they do. Liverpool's a great place to study geology and geophysics. I think we have a very strong tradition in field teaching, so you get out into the outdoors to look at rocks and processes in the field. And it's just a fun place. Our department's a kind of a close and kind of family-like atmosphere, I think. So our students, after they graduate at Liverpool, typically tend to stay in jobs that are related to geology and geophysics, which is nice. We haven't put them off the subject. They go on to work in the mining industry, in the oil industry, in engineering geology, and a lot of them go on to do further study as well and learn more about the subject and do master's degrees or PhDs. Well, lots of things excite me about geology and geophysics. I think just how the Earth works, this huge, great system, and how everything is interconnected, and it's super complicated. But you know, we're picking away and trying to understand and unravel the secrets of how the Earth works, and in my case, how earthquakes work. And I think it's a privilege to be able to study these incredible natural processes that happen.
I chose to do Earth Sciences after college because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, and it brings in quite broad aspects of a lot of different sciences. Immediately when I got off the train, the city made a good impression. I like where the campus is situated as well. A lot of other universities I looked at that were campus-based, they stick you somewhere outside the city and you're not really part of it. I wasn't expecting the lecturers to be so open and friendly. It's very easy to go to somebody with a question and get the help you actually need. You don't feel like you're sat in a lecture going, I don't know what's going on and I can't ask anyone. Easily the best thing about my course is the fieldwork. We get to use all the geophysical survey equipment you'd use in a job. They're all department organised field trips. They're actually mostly compulsory modules.
It's good to be actually getting on with some real research work.
I've been on trips to Scotland, to Wales, to Ireland. 2 summers ago I spent 7 weeks in the Alps. It's a really good university, both from the sort of teaching aspect, and it's a great city to have fun in. I've really enjoyed my time here.
My name's Jonathan Sharples. I'm a professor in oceanography. I work in the School of Environmental Sciences in the university within a smaller group of us who work on ocean sciences. So my role is teaching all the way through from first to final year undergraduate and doing my own research, supervising PhD students. There aren't many places in the UK that do ocean sciences, and I think one of our strengths is the interdisciplinarity of what we do. So the fact that we cover the physics and the biology and the chemistry. One of the big strengths we have here as well is that we host one of the sites of the National Oceanography Centre. So as well as interacting with the staff, the students, particularly when they get into the third year and start thinking about final year projects, they could well be being supervised by the researchers from the Oceanography Centre. After their undergraduate career, some students end up heading off to do further research in ocean sciences, and that could be by doing a master's degree somewhere or maybe a PhD. We try to get students to understand not just ocean sciences but how science operates as a whole, and we try to teach, I suppose, a way of thinking about science that makes students much more flexible when they leave here after 3 or 4 years. For me, the exciting thing about my subject is being able to work across the disciplines. So it's making those links through the physics, through the microscopic plankton, and ultimately up to the fish that I find interesting.
I did geology at A-level, so I come from a geology background. I sort of like the idea of that sort of broader scale of things. Liverpool had a very good research-based ocean science programme. You learn how to think about approaching a subject as opposed to just sort of learning what the subject is, so it's very sort of applicable skills. Everybody sort of knows each other and gets on with each other within the course. You know the lecturers, they all know you by name. They're easily approachable, you can talk to them if you do have any problems, and they do train you up to be a scientist. With Liverpool's new central teaching hub, which is a huge lab complex with sort of state-of-the-art microscopes, state-of-the-art computer labs, and so it's very sort of lab-based. You have lots of lecturers that basically revolve around lab work. The relationship with the academic staff is better than I expected. My lecturer had just come back from a 3-month boat trip in the southern seas, southern oceans, and he's sort of just showing his research at sort of the forefront of science because nobody else had really done it. It does inspire you sort of to have lecturers doing world leading research.